What is going on, YouTubes? This is your friendly neighborhood Pedro, and sorry I have been away from the keyboard for about 2 months or so. If you can't tell by my voice, I am extremely tired, and I think I'm coming down with something, but it is that time of year, I guess. Just a little update before we jump into the Universim here. I am trying to figure out a schedule on when I can record and upload right now. I've had two pretty significant events happen here recently within the past couple of months. My school schedule has picked up. Just so you know, I'm doing rather well in school this time around. I guess because I feel like I have a lot more writing on it than I did when I was 18. Second, my wife and I welcomed a little baby girl in June. So for those of you who aren't aware that we were expecting, well, she arrived. So having a child, and especially this one, has taken up 150% of my time lately. But I'm trying to get her on a schedule so I can actually be on a schedule to do my schoolwork and also do this, which is something I enjoy doing, putting videos out, talking with you guys. So that's that. So hopefully I can get on a schedule where I can release a few videos a week, and whether it's Universim. I also am doing a Stellaris playthrough, and I am beta testing another game, which you will just have to come back and find out to see which one that is. It's from a local company here in Texas, so I'm all about supporting the state and supporting the local economy. So see if I can get them some people their way, but let's jump in. A few things have changed here since the last video. They've added basically, you know, I don't remember if I put water pumps and all that kind of stuff, and not aquifers, but reservoirs in one of my other videos, but you now have water pumps and reservoirs to collect water, and a water well. And now it absolutely does matter where you start off with your epicenter. I'm going to put one here, and then we'll go ahead and show you some of the new buildings. Also, they added, I don't know if you notice up here, we can do Fahrenheit now, which makes it a lot easier for me and for, you know, a lot of us backwards Americans that don't use the metric system or Celsius or anything like that. So it makes it a little bit easier for us, so we don't have to do conversions. So let's jump into the new constructions they've added. So right now you can see production, they've blanketed all these out, coming soon, but wood refinery, stone refinery, glass factory, cement factory, got to be careful with that word right there, pronounce the T, plastic factory, carbon fiber factory, alloy, and polymer. Don't know what any of these do yet, but I'm assuming you'll need them to make some of the better things in game. We have our farm right here. It's working as intended. Then we have bonfire. They took that out after maybe the first couple of updates because it wasn't really doing anything. Garden, which this is probably going to be aesthetics, keep your people happy. Expedition lab. I'm assuming you can mount expeditions and go discover things. A hunt lounge, which hopefully they change that to hunting lodge because that just sounds better. But you'll be able to hunt animals. And then this is a new one, the fisher pier, that you can actually use. You can fish. So that's some good news. I don't want to say I called it. I just said that I hope they put something like that in. Oh, accidentally activated God powers, which there are a couple in game now. Not real useful, but at least they're there, right? So here is your storage thing. So distribution center, wood stash, food stash, and stone stash. Well, we got a typo there, a stone stas. These were in previous builds of the alpha or pre-alpha, but they took them out so they can fine-tune them and tweak them because they weren't really working real well. Your nuggets weren't pathed to go to these to where they would actually pick up what they needed. Here's the water reservoir. Excuse me. So you can store water in these as you pump water. Metal stash, oil stash, gas stash. I'm going to leave that one alone. And material warehouse. then we'll jump in here. Here's your water pump. Once you start out, you'll notice that each building that you build uses a specific amount of water, and you can actually end up using more water than you're bringing in. So what you need to do is you need to plop one of these next to a water source, and it'll pump water for you. I'm not going to put one down just yet because I'm not ready for that. And that will help keep your nuggets nice and watered. So here we have a school, radio tower, telescope, airport, space center, rocket launcher, and assembly center. So I guess this is going to have to do more with research. Telescope, so you can see which planet you want to go to. Airport, well, for travel. Space center, so you can launch rockets. Rocket launcher, so you can launch rockets. And the assembly center, so I guess you're going to be assembling different things. So, and here's the last tab, the water well. You will need a water well, so your people will get water. And this one is going to provide 15 water, I believe. Oh, clouds. And sorry, let's get right back in here. You have the eatery, which actually works now. The constructor's hut, which works now. A cemetery, which works now. When your people die, they'll get put there. A hospital, which this is interesting. And a vault, which is coming soon. So the constructor's hut, you just need that one to build specific anything but huts. Your people will automatically build huts when they need them, but when you build a constructor's hut, you can assign 2 people to them, and they will repair your buildings because your buildings do decay over time. And then they will also assist with building other buildings. The cemetery, self-explanatory. The hospital, what this does is your nuggets now get hurt, and if you weren't aware, you're just joining us, these little guys right here, your people, are your nuggets, and they can get hurt now and sick, and they can die from it if you don't heal them. So the hospital, what it does is you plop it down, and then you put a person there to work, and that person becomes a witch doctor. And what that witch doctor does is they travel around here and get these little berries that you can see right here. See if I can find you another one. Some herbs like this, and they make medicine, and that will heal your little nuggets. So that's kind of what's going on right now. There hasn't been, they're still sticking to the the month schedule as far as updates. About the 15th of every month they'll update. But what they've been spending a lot of time on right now is fine-tuning AI behavior, which I've noticed you can now click on your nuggets and you can actually see their happiness level, energy, the overall health and whatnot. But what I've noticed is their pathing is a lot better. Side note, you can see down here we use more water than our pumps can output, so that means I'm in deficit, which you can see down here. I'm using 2 water and I'm not generating any water, so that means we have to go pump some water. This building right here, my constructor's hut, is not getting any water, and the only thing the well is good for is when your nuggets get thirsty, they'll come get a drinky drink. That's it. That's all it's for. But anyways, I got off track here. My brain is not working like it used to. But water pumps, they will pump water to your buildings and allow them to work properly. And I'm going to go ahead and assign a nugget and assign another nugget. Oh, didn't mean to do that. And that way they can get started on working. There we go. And what else I am going to build is, where'd it go? Where did you go? A fish farm. Excuse me again. The fish farm, or fishery, hatchery, whatever you want to call it, fish pier, it will employ a fisherman. Actually, yeah, a fisherman, and they will come out here and they will fish. Now, you don't have unlimited supplies of fish in here. You can click on it, once you get a fishery built, and it will tell how many fish they have. So again, this is going to be a little bit, I guess when you start out, a little bit of a micromanagement to make sure you're getting enough food, which I played through this earlier, and I didn't have any problems with food. I had plenty of food. But since I'm just kind of showing you some of the new things in here, I'm not really worried about it right now. Maybe one or two other things to cover before I go ahead and cut it. Not a long video tonight. But basically, farms, you have to watch your temperatures now like a hawk to make sure that you're planting the right fruit at the right time, and that way it's harvested at the right time before it gets too cold or too hot and you lose your crop. If you build an eatery, the workers at the eatery will come to your farm. They will take the food that you have stockpiled, and they will take it to the eatery, and they will make food there. The food that's made at the eatery is better for your nuggets than if they were just grabbing food from the farm or just grabbing the berries that have been gathered. It will keep them full longer, and I'm thinking you might be able to unlock some recipes through the research, which it's still grayed out. Well, actually, that's a galaxy map. Once you're able to do research and whatnot, you might be able to unlock recipes that have special effects like make you more fertile, more stamina, certain boosts like that, and there may be also things that are poisonous that will hurt your nuggets and send them to the hospital. So that's all I can really think of right now that has happened since my last video. Again, right now they are in full-blown alpha. No update yet on beta. There's a lot of work that needs to be done in alpha. We still don't have any exploration right now. We still don't have any research tabs. The pathing is better. The game is better optimized already. It runs a lot smoother. The AI is getting better. The weather cycles are a little bit better. So still a lot left to work on and to be done before they enter a beta. So again, my advice, I'd still wait just a little bit before you pull the trigger on this one. It's shaping up so far so good. It's starting to look great. It's starting to look even better than it did before. But still, hold off on beta until it goes into full beta to where it has more of the meat and potatoes in this game, because right now it's just your side dish of broccoli that nobody eats. But it's still good. But again, it's your choice, it's your money. But I would recommend just waiting a little bit longer. Beta probably won't happen until 2017, which it'll be a closed beta, and then I'm guessing, I've heard nothing from the devs on this, but guessing there will be an open beta closer to release. But that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed this little update, and don't forget to like, because your boy needs them, and we will see you guys next time.